I'm with Jason because I believe his cause is just, and because he tamed me.
Please consider supporting me on Patreon for bonus perks.
Hello, it's KRBrickBot, and I'm looking at the other high-grade Mecardimal reissued last year, or last winter. High-grade Phoenix. There's the two boys, Jason and Ryan. This is a slightly less wider box than this one, but this is a bit thicker in depth. Because, you know, because of wings, so that's a different box size. Yeah, it is a still pretty plain green box, significantly different from the original Sonokong box. Pretty short bio there too, with the toy renders or stock photos. Pretty plain back. The same on the both sides. And then the red bottom. We have packaging information on here, on the back. November of 23. Mecard product number 52, red of the entire toy line. And much like Evan, I only got the W recolor version instead of the original version back in the day. Yep, so I have an original boxed high-grade W Phoenix, which is a significant color change, unlike Evan. Yeah, just a nice, pristine black and gold. Also, I forgot to mention that these new logos is just more of the all-English logos turning Mecard instead of like the Mecard like, on secondary and the main Korean text here. This box just more decorated and such. Same product number, just the different letters, like this is BL for black, this is red for R for red. Looks like the same background, but this is just black and white while this is color. And again, back in the day, they had more descriptors like what is HG, and then, of course, the W story summary, and then Rio transformation, and then the dimensions of the toy here, and the product number there again for good measure. Well, yeah, I guess you can also differentiate that other than W with the black gold version. Yeah, this is July of 2016 for at least this release. Yeah, it's packaged like this. Yeah, with the tail fins out here. And the ties here, just mostly spread out kibble. The way these instructions were packed weren't very high grade. Like a vast predatory bird, this high-grade Phoenix has a very impressive wingspan and presence. And a pretty short torso. It's a very stout torso with some pretty big legs. Yeah, I know I complained about, you know, how pretty accurate but not super accurate the high-grade Evan was. But I think I can accept it more for the high-grade Phoenix because all the car goes into the other parts, like the hood is the entire tail. And the front of the bumper, it just interestingly folds in, and then also the wheels splay out to kind of make that more intentional. And then most of the sides of the car is just the wings. And you're gonna see it mostly from the bottom, so it's not that noticeable. Yeah, so the head is like spot on to the bigger character model. Especially that jagged beak, those big bushy eyebrows, those 6 prominent feathers, even though it doesn't have any opening jaw, bit hunched. And those legs are pretty much spot on since they're all in the car, even if they do have like fake wheel hips. Nicely painted. And I guess these 3 feathers, yeah, they are similar enough. They do evoke the show accurate wings. Although, you know, the top is painted, but the bottoms aren't, when you're more likely to see it on the bottom. Yeah, there may be a slight different materials, like this is a darker red, like more of a harder red. This is maybe kind of same material here, but it's kind of thinner, so it might be a little flexy, while this white is just all matte. This is all a matte plastic. The only one, as far as I can tell, that's matte. Yeah, also, yeah, the tail is also matte, the 2 little plumes here. But still, when you look at the animation model, there's just a lot more white and even yellow just lighting it, just making those wings pop out more than just half red, even less than half. You say just seeing with the kind of the hollow, the pretty thin panels where you can see the painted black windows and the copyright 2015 Toy Rock. Yeah, it still has that old stamp there. It has some mechanical detailing in the wings, but very simple. Complements the little Mecard symbol in there. For the articulation, the shoulders have nice ratchets in them, although the wheel kibble might be in the way. You can flap down that much, so it doesn't flap down that much on these hinges. Just kind of flaps in, and so is this. We're mostly transformation. Nothing at the head. Slight forward. More backward for transformation. 2 clicks slightly outward. Full lower thigh swivel. Nice 3 clicks there. And opening and closing talons. So they have a very good curve to them. So they're probably good for grabbing onto more stuff than usual toy claws would. Of course, being a bird doesn't have as much articulation as a humanoid robot, but it's pretty good. Yeah, maybe the kibble, except for the kibble here, but not much of a biggie. Yeah, you can also rotate the shorts forwards at least, so you can have them like do a big, powerful forward flap, or just turn them around. You can kind of have them perch like this, big old perch. Yeah, like more like this, more of a natural bird perch. Now comparing the red bird with the black bird. Yeah, just a very nice, like very prestigious and opulent black and gold color scheme. This wasn't exactly limited edition. Yeah, so just mostly the red plastic switched out for black and white with some gold plastic. Yeah, that gold plastic kinda clashes with the painted gold, which is more yellowish. A lot more yellowish, so I mean, it's not the best color match in there, but it's fine, I guess. You know, that's the best gold paint they can match with the gold plastic here. This is still matte. These wingtips. These down feathers. And nicely painted there, and red talons, just blood red talons, and blood red eyes. Just to make them pop out from the gold, I guess. Transformation is actually a bit fiddly for the torso area because it's not exactly intuitive on like where you're supposed to detach the torso. Yeah, for one, there is a clip that clips in the kibble with the right here, which is a pretty tight fit once you get out of the box. Yeah, so I guess just leave that dangling around for a bit. I guess you can fold down these double hinges into the car hood in front. Yeah, where exactly does the torso go here? Well, you do see the 2 screw holes, so I guess you would think of just detaching, just lifting it upward. Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's moving, and I guess you have to just... Okay, the trick is, you see the seam line here? You just detach that, and then that double hinges over. Yeah, you have to remember that, otherwise you're going to be fidgeting around. Put those 2 tail plumes in, kind of just click them together. Fold in the talons. Line up everything. Yeah, also, yeah, like, there's like, yeah, all these hinges, so it might not exactly be, you know, not exactly feel like where this goes, but there are locking tabs that go on the back of the talons, the heels, to the little tabs in the tail feathers. So if you can get that in, and in, and then you also have to tab in the wings here to the legs here. If you get the angle of that right. Okay, actually it's much easier if you unfold those wings first before you try slotting them into tabs. If those are even the right tabs, I'm not sure if those are even the right tabs. Okay, yeah. Okay, it looks like it's easier to just bring the foot to the panel first and then just kind of bring it in all together. Maybe the talons are in the way, but yeah, but there are also some holes on the side of the talons that also go into holes of the bird neck. Silly me if I got the completely straight to the front. Oh, I nearly squeezed my finger in there. Maybe because of the awkward position I'm in, but this is very fiddly. This is how kids feel when you feel with. Actually, you might want to save the fenders for last just to hinge over these little tabs here. You double hinge that, just gotta click them all together. Yeah, I'll be right back again. So it's a nice red car. Of course, like a likeness to the big Mecard model. It's a common body type that can be applied to birds, dragons, and unicorns because they're winged creatures. Otherwise, that styling of the car is very distinct. Like this central smooth grill thing, it kind of looks like a beak or a lip. Yeah, those overhood headlights here. Nice clear yellow plastic, 6-spoke wheels, little vents in here, little vents on the top here, tiny little overhang here, tiny little back windows, and a bit of a split taillight here and a little exhaust. And yeah, some nice yellow painted fenders here. Very nice, stark, glossy yellow paint. Although maybe the little drip or maybe a bit of a touch here that made these permanent paint holes in here. Not the most perfect paint job. Not the most perfect. Bringing in the regular red and the pristine black and gold. Yeah, this kiddish car looks much more swish in these colors. And it is just black on black, just black windscreens on black car, so not much of a distinction there except for the mold lines. Of course, it has the gold, and I believe these are more orange tint of headlights than these headlights. And, you know, it's orange taillights on red, while this is like stark red taillights on black. Otherwise, yeah, not much in the color change. Although, I guess, you know, the gold paint here, it's all visible here, so you don't see any of the gold plastic that might be duller than that. This still rolls pretty smoothly, even with these slightly rattly ringed wheels. Then compare that with the Mecard toy, which is slightly more accurate. You know, I don't have the regular version of this one. Yeah, I guess maybe these, you know, extra fender accents are not as wide as these ones. They're not as thick as these ones. Yeah, maybe the tire proportions are also there, while these are a little bigger compared to this one. Still has the split taillights. Yeah, other than the wheels and the fenders, it's still pretty spot on. Yeah, while this bigger one also gets a little like a Mecard hood emblem on there. Although being in the same color unpainted, it's hard to make out. Yeah, so despite my needlessly fidgeting with the transforming this thing, this Phoenix is still a pretty nice big old robot transforming Phoenix. And it really puts the animal in Mecanimal. Some of the humanoids are animal types, apparently. Yeah, and I did nitpick about the height grade of it not being so accurate, but you know, for Phoenix, while it's still not accurate, especially the underside of the wings, it's still pretty accurate enough. The torso and the legs are pretty spot on. Yeah, so 8 to 9 years later, this exact toy as it is, well, not this toy, just showing this one off, but yeah, but this one is, as it is, it still holds up. As with the other high-grade Mecard. Do I want the DX Bird only Phoenix? Like Phoenix Xavier? Maybe, but not as badly as the humanoid DX Mecardimals with their fancy weapons. Yeah, so you may prefer these colors more than the standard Phoenix colors, but no telling if this version will ever get reissued. Oh yeah, you know, some kid broke the clip off of this thing, you know. That's the problem of clear plastic on tiny little Mecard. So far, these are the only two high-grade Mecards in this size class released. They didn't reissue Taro, which apparently is still available for its retail price from some online sellers. Is it really that unpopular? The fourth being Thanatos, and he was only released in the Mecard W toy line with his purple recolor. So I don't know, maybe Toy Rock could do it first and release the high-grade Thanatos in his original black colors for the first time ever in 2024. No proof of that, but that would be nice. And I'm probably not going to review this pretty simple toy until then. Sorry. And I don't see them reissuing the Junior Mecardimals, with like 2 unique characters there. Next time, I'm gonna dig out the big boy